Hello, Catherine Anderson. If we always went with our feelings, we would be in such a mess. The world is such a mess, understandable with common phrases like, go with your feelings. That is a course correction that leads to misery. Feelings lie. Jeremiah 17:9. The heart is deceptive above all things. The course of my life is governed by God Himself, and I must choose to obey Him. It depends not on what happened or what is happening, but what I choose to do with it and learn from it. All of us know people that have been through horrible trials and tribulations. I'm one of them. And some of them have over time turned bitter into very bitter people. The above is one result of suffering, sorrow, and tribulation. It was a choice. But then you also know people who have been through equally bad things, and in time they turn out to be pure gold. What makes the difference? If you think back to the lives of the people that most significantly influenced yours for Christ's, the people who have set an example of spiritual godliness and joy, I think you will find, if you have the opportunity to probe that person's life, in every single case, they are people who have suffered greatly. What is the difference? It's will versus feeling. Anybody feels bad when they suffer, and yet we know we can say, Lord, you know what you're doing. I am going to trust you. I am going to thank you, and I'm going to rejoice. So events never make a saint out of anybody. It is the response. The same event might make a criminal out of one person and a saint out of another, because the response is different. Do you learn obedience from things you enjoy or things that you suffer? It is good we experience mistakes and rejection to keep us prayerful and humble. God has laid out order in this world, not for triumph, but for the hidden sanctification of our souls. It is good we should have to do what we would rather not, something to remind us we are in our enemy's country and world. It is good every creature we lean upon should fail us and disappoint us. It is good we should be met with checks and failures in what we undertake to keep us humble and prayerful. All these things belong to sowing and tears. Back to those people who have influenced your lives for Christ. Have they been sanctified through suffering? Jesus learned obedience through the things he enjoyed? No. Jesus was obedient in the things he suffered, and that's how we learned. Parents, it's important to teach small children to control their feelings, because the will versus feelings is a choice they'll have to make many times in life, and the feelings lie. Amy Carmichael, this is her saying, you can give a great talk on faith, but where the rubber meets the road is when it touches you personally. Joy is not incompatible with suffering. The two things can go hand in hand. I believe with all my heart that God's story has a happy ending, but not yet. So I pray that you, in your heart, when you have the choice to choose bitterness or love or going to God with humility, you choose God's humility. I pray when you have the choice to control or manipulate, to choose God's way of humble and humility, trusting Him. I pray when you suffer trials and tribulations, that you don't let the bitter root take heart, but instead you let God's refining fire humble you to do and see His will, so you can be a light in His kingdom. I pray this for you all in Jesus' mighty name. Have a blessed day and be a blessing to someone.